So, it's Valentine's Day, my birthday, 30th birthday, and I guess I'm gonna try and do this vlog thing. Going to Vermont for the weekend. My wife, two sets of couples that I'm great friends with, and one of my best friends, Brian, and see how it goes.
Should we do another one? Can we see it? Yeah. Oh, it's cute though. No, I like it.
Pale ale for canvas, I'm going to go 7.2.
Wow.
And that's a review. Nice.
Glory. There it is. Yeah. I hope a lot of people show up tonight. It'll be good. What's up? What up?
Looks nice, man.
What up, dude? What's up? Great front headlock class by Jose. Gonna get some live rolls in. Just got my ass kicked. Good triangle. Couple of them. Couple good triangles. We did it. Mr. Day. Alright, so one of the things I want to do is comment on the rolls that I have and some thoughts behind it. But first, we're going to start with this one here. This isn't even me, but it's one of my training partners, Mikey, on the left to start. Going up against a visitor we had that day. For the life of me, I can't remember his name. But he was training with Placido from Henzo Gracie, New Hampshire. Nick Fiore, I think, is up there. And he really knew what was going on. You see me look at the camera here because they were kind of getting pretty heated. These guys are both unbelievable at leg locks. I rolled with the kid who was visiting here, and he was really good in terms of controlling me, especially for me being about 50 pounds heavier than him. We had a great roll, and you can see him and Mikey going at it. Jose and Dave in the background here. He's the one that caught me in the triangle earlier. So this is from another day, later that week. This is me and Joe. So I'm coming up on a single leg here. That's kind of when somebody gets me in side control. If I can come out and grab a single, that's my main sweep to come out from the bottom side control. Here, I've been trying to really work on just making people uncomfortable so they turn with heavy pressure. You'll see I go ear to ear before I slide in my right leg right to his back there. That kind of just creates a wedge for him to come up. I kind of screw up here because I go a little bit early, throw the leg over, and try and make the back attack, which is my go-to, and I end up having to transition to something else. You can see I kind of throw my arm over right here, start thinking about the arm bar, potentially switching to something else. Joe rolls, but I had a really good lock on that Kimura, and actually came out with this. It's almost like an inverted triangle at the end because I caught his arm, but I ended up finishing by bringing his arm back across his body and kind of putting some extra pressure. As you'll see, coming up right here, he tries to get that arm away. I pull it across, and I get the tap right there. Um, it's not going to worry, though, because Joe makes me pay for it going right here. He's going to hop right on my neck right away, and you'll see I have to really bail out kind of hard to defend this guillotine. It's kind of using my tactics against me. When I get this front headlock, I am absolutely relentless. So I know a lot of the defense is back for it, but every once in a while, man, I get cocky and my head just gets stuck out there, and I end up just having to play the defensive game. You see me kind of roll out here, try and start fighting off the hands as Joe rolls. Arms long here, guys. I keep him away, and I'm luckily able to come up. Grab a half Nelson there just to keep him back down to the mat. But lucky enough, the one thing I like to do is when I grab that half Nelson, I set it up as if I'm just trying to put him back down on the mat, but I actually slide that hand all the way back in through, right across the chest, and I end up with this good guillotine choke. One-handed, you'll see I place my hand here on the mat, I start looking up, and I was actually taught this at a Hinger seminar, Josh Hinger, and it was awesome. I use it constantly now, and it's really been a big part of my game on how to finish that. This is another role here. This is one of our white belts who's been showing up a lot. He's getting really good, very athletic kid. We were working front headlock stuff, like I was saying, so you see me go for a gator roll here. And once again, if I couldn't be predictable anymore, I step right over into that mounted guillotine. Felt really bad here because you'll see his hand tap a little bit, and I couldn't get off in time. So my coach gave me a little bit of flack right here because he's sitting off to the side. But you'll see, I go one arm around the neck. And then start basing off with the other hand, kind of pushing my head along the mat as I can until I have to lift up and finishing that guillotine choke. You can see me apologizing right there. He was just busting chops afterwards. So we'll keep going here. You'll see kind of back and forth we go. Hand fighting here. I've been trying to work a lot of butterfly guard, and just even if I'm using it to transition to other spots, I always want to be on the back. That's kind of my end goal all the time. And so here, butterfly arm drags, get behind the elbow, switch to the back, and right away I'm locking this in. We talked about this a little bit afterwards. You'll see we kind of start working around the arm drag here because he was saying that he kind of gets caught by a lot of different people with that. So we were talking about the mechanics of it. I'm kind of explaining that my goal is to allow that guy to pull me behind him, and for me to not really do any of the pulling. I'm just kind of creating a hand behind that elbow and allowing that pull in for me to move my body. This is kind of just another one of the rolls. You see me pull guard here. Not something I often do, but when I'm really trying to work on stuff, I do. Once again, going for that front headlock. I like to really try that Kimura bump sweep, switch the arm over, swim it, and come back to the head to control it here. Have him down on the mat. I think I end up making the decision here to start switching to the back. Probably a little too high right there. That's actually something I've been noticing when I'm recording more and more of my rolls here. So he's going to address that too. We end up rolling over, but I believe he gets a good escape here, and we keep going. Hopefully that's something I can fix coming up. Just working hard on not being too high when I'm coming up for the back take. I'm doing it so often that I'm kind of getting a little bit too cocky with it. Here, going for the head and arm off that transition since I lost, but I end up just back up in actually half guard. He has a brutal lockdown, so. But that's really it, guys. Hopefully you enjoy this, and we'll get more footage in the future. Thanks.